Hi, this is Karen Kubicko, and today we're going to talk about how much of a past life will you remember during a past life regression. When you are in the process of remembering a past life, it takes a lot of trust in what it is that you are receiving. It's going to feel like you're making stuff up because you haven't remembered these lifetimes for sometimes thousands of years. So you have to trust in yourself that what you're getting is coming from you, and everything you're getting is important to you on some level to help you in some kind of way. So that's the first thing. But how much will you remember for a lifetime? I wrote this book, Life is Just Another Class. This book has 16 of my past lifetimes in it. And in most of those lifetimes, some of which I only remembered that last day. You go to the point in the life to wherever you need to go to help you heal. Now, sometimes when people come to remember a past life when they're working with me, sometimes they get some information that is just easing them into the process of just simply remembering a past life. It might not be where they wanted to go or some fantastical experience, because honestly, we've had lots of lifetimes that were kind of boring, and just normal in a sense, not these crazy, long, drawn out stories of these very well-known people in history. You might just have been a little kid for a short time, or you might have run a farm or something like that. Nothing that is really exciting. It just might be you living near the beach as a fisherman, or you might just remember being a housewife and having children. Remember to hit that like button and subscribe, and if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. But when you go to remember a past life, it depends on how much do you want to remember. Some of the lifetimes that I included in that book, I had to go back to many times to get more information just to help the story that I was trying to tell. Like, I didn't know some of the backstory in a sense. Still hard to do, because the main point of remembering a past life is to help you heal in this current lifetime right now, which was my intent to begin with. But it is always a nice thing to get more information to help you understand. Let's say, for example, you remember a lifetime that was during a very historical time. Maybe you were in the Civil War, or you might have been someone who moved out west, maybe to be part of the gold rush, or some very interesting thing in history. And so when you remember a past lifetime, and maybe you're very interested in the Civil War, or you have a very deep interest in the gold rush. Why is that? Well, you're probably being triggered by some deep memory of those time periods. But let's say, for example, you remembered a past life then. Wouldn't it be interesting to find out more? The more that you go back to that lifetime and remember more details and more information, then you can cross-reference it on Ancestry. You can cross-reference it in other history books, and maybe you might find and validate some of the information that's coming through to you. But if it's for your healing and that's the sole purpose, you might just remember that one moment where, if you were using the gold rush era here in the United States as the example, if you happen to remember traveling over to that California area and meeting up with somebody else, the main purpose of you remembering that might have nothing to do with finding a bunch of gold, but it might have to do with you met the love of your life there, or you had a friendship that turned sour, and that same pattern of that relationship is affecting you here in this lifetime right now. So just that memory of you going to that one instant is very important. Now, I've had some people come to me because they asked a lot of questions about historical information, places that they were, dates, and all that kind of stuff. Believe me, I believe that's fun too. But it is one thing to get into a lifetime to get the healing. It's quite a different story when you want to go into a past lifetime, receive the healing, always the number one thing, and then go beyond that normal visit for a past lifetime and get some hardcore great information to help you really flush out that entire lifetime. Maybe you want to write a book about it too. And stay to the end to click on a link to a guided meditation to help you remember a past life. Lots of love and light to you.